Welcome to Queer Efficiency, where I help fellow productivity nerds solve tiny problems. Things like how to never lose another sock again, how to stop forgetting wet laundry in the washer, and in today's video, how to stop living out of the clean laundry basket. With my Do Some method, I'll show you how to finally keep your laundry folded without losing your will to live. I'm Anthony Wagner, a professional problem solver and productivity nerd, and I treat folding laundry like it's an optional side quest. Or at least I used to. Let's get started. Here's the problem that I've had for years. Tell me if this sounds like you. First, you have a pile of clothes that need to be cleaned. Okay, no problem. You take those clothes, you put them in a little laundry hamper, you tootle on over to your washing machine, you drop them in. You add your soap, you add your whatever else, you turn it on, you start it. Cool. The machine runs. The machine finishes. Then, most of the time, you remember to take the clothes out of the washing machine and put them in the little dryer, tuck in your little dryer sheet, turn it on, and hit start. Every so often, you forget to transfer the clothes from the washer to the dryer, and in that case, you gotta rewash them, no big deal. Okay, so that takes place in the space of a couple hours. Then it's time to fold. If you're anything like me, the folding typically takes, compared to the 2 hours that it took to wash the clothes, the folding typically takes 2 to 5 weeks. It sits either in the machine or in a laundry basket waiting to be folded, and then you're living out of the laundry basket, sort of like you're on vacation living out of a suitcase, except everything is wrinkled. This didn't work, and it didn't work for me for years. I'm telling you, years I dealt with this particular problem, and I think I finally have it down. That's not to say I might not tweak it later, but I think I have finally come up with a method, what I call the Do Some method, that helps me to get my laundry folded in just a couple of days, as opposed to 2 to 5 weeks. So what is the Do Some method? Basically, you take a task, you break it down into tiny little chunks, 5 minutes or less, and do those over time, as opposed to needing to dedicate a large chunk of time to a big task like folding all of your clothes or watering all of your plants. My philosophy has shifted that I am perfectly comfortable with an unfinished task that's in progress, and I'm also perfectly comfortable with getting 10, 15, 20% done over a couple days versus 2 to 3 weeks with 0% and then 100% all at once. I would much rather dilute the task and do it in little chunks than in one giant effort-filled heap. There are a few areas around my life that I use this. Folding laundry is one of the big ones. Organizing is a new area where I'm using it. I've got lots of little organizing projects that I'm starting to tackle bit by bit. Cleaning is another, and then also caring for my plants. Using Do Some, I'm able to keep my plants a lot healthier and happier. So there are 2 challenges that you have to solve to get this right. Number 1 is remembering to do the thing, and number 2 is doing the thing. So we're going to tackle both of those. All right, how to remember. You need some sort of method that helps remind you to do things. I have a huge list of tasks that keeps growing that I am using Do Some with, and I just need a reminder to do them. I would highly recommend that you sign up for Todoist. You can sign up for free and do it completely for free. I decided to pay because I've got some old stuff that's in other projects, but you really genuinely do not need to pay for Todoist. Todoist is great because you can type the task in using plain English, like clean the litter box every other Sunday at 9 a.m., and it will detect that every other Sunday, 9 a.m., and it will set a recurring task that just pops up in your list of upcoming tasks. So you need to remember to do the things, and that was part of my folding problem where the clothes would often sit just in the dryer or in a laundry basket, and I would only remember to do them when I walked by that laundry basket. That was problem number 1. Problem number 2 is actually doing the thing. Before, I would leave the laundry basket in the middle of the floor so I wouldn't forget, and I would walk right around it, and I would still 2 to 3 weeks later be living out of that laundry basket. That's where taking a small chunk comes in very handy. That makes the task way less effort-filled, and then you just need a place that's as frictionless as possible to insert that task into your day. I actually just did a video on habit stacking that covers exactly this thing. The short version is, while I'm waiting for my coffee to brew in the morning, it gives me this little golden window of about 5 to 10 minutes that I do a series of 2-minute tasks, often including folding just a little bit of laundry, and it's this natural little time frame that allows me to get those things done. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it below in the description. Go check that out. I also find it very helpful to have an environmental trigger. So I have a little bit more of a crazy setup, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through my specific method, but also generalize because you don't need all this fancy stuff. So here's how my laundry finally gets folded on a consistent basis, and I'm not dealing with piles and piles of clean, wrinkled laundry. I have smart sensors. I have a platform called Home Assistant. I have smart lights. And I have a couple of smart tablets that exist around, and all of that helps me manage this. You don't need all this, but I'm just walking you through what I do so you get the gist. I have dirty clothes. Those get put into the washing machine, and it gets started. Now, on my washing machine, I have a smart outlet that detects power usage. I don't have a smart machine. I live in an apartment, and it's not the newest. It's nice enough, but it's not the newest, so it doesn't have smart features. So that detects power usage, and it tells my central hub called Home Assistant, hey, the washing machine is running. Then, when it's done, it detects, oh, that's not using power anymore, and that's when I get my first orange alert across my system. So I have a series of lights, like this hallway one, and these in my kitchen. Those lights turn orange, telling me, hey, there's something laundry related that you need to get done. And so I open my laundry lid, there's a little sensor on it, and when I open the lid, that's the cue that, hey, the laundry is moving along, we can turn the lights back to normal. I transfer the laundry. This is how I don't forget to transfer my laundry anymore, incidentally, no more rewashing. Then I put things in the dryer. Right now, I actually don't have smart sensors on my dryer, but I can extrapolate that about an hour later, the dryer is done and it turns those lights orange again. This is what kicks on dryer reminder mode for my Home Assistant setup. Every day, 2 times a day, once at 10 a.m. and once at 6 p.m., those lights just go orange. Also, on my smart dashboard, I get 2 buttons, one that says snooze folding, one that says laundry folded. And then this is where the do some method kicks in. All I have to do, when those orange lights come up, walk down my hall, grab whatever handful I grab out of the dryer. It could be 1 pair of jeans, it could be a couple things, whatever I can just grab. I go into my bedroom, fold them. It usually takes about 30 seconds to 2 minutes to fold them and put them away. And then I walk back out and hit snooze. And that tells Home Assistant, turn those lights back to normal, and then they'll kick back in at the next slot to orange until I'm fully done. And that last little bit, I hit laundry folded, and then that turns off the dryer mode. And it just all kind of restarts when the washing machine gets run again. That's how I do it. I know that it's pretty involved, but drawing from that, the biggest thing that you can do to get your laundry folded is to use do some sort of environmental reminder, whether that's an app that notifies your phone or whether you can do smart setup like this, something that reminds you twice a day, and then the mindset shift of I'm going to grab 1 handful and I'm going to fold that 1 little handful bit by bit. Usually that means that I get my laundry done in just a couple days. One caveat I would put to this is this works very well for me because I live solo and my stuff just lives in the dryer and I don't have to worry about negotiating things with other people. I have only my own clothes to deal with. You might need to tweak things a little bit if you have people that you live with, or if you're doing laundry for multiple people, it might not work that well. But if you can make a flavor of do some work, I think you'll get your laundry folded significantly faster than ever before. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Don't forget, if you want my help solving a tiny problem that you've got, drop a comment below. And if you like this video, you can share it with your friends, or even simpler, scroll on down and tap the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you so much, as usual, for watching.